Hello everyone, Spencer Ross with One Step Forward, and this week I want to talk about attitude. What's your attitude? What is it that you are presenting to other people? If I walk into a room and I have a frown on my face or I look angry, that's going to affect the people around me. Attitude, just a simple way to put it, is what's on the inside being displayed on the outside, whether it's tone of your voice, how you carry yourself, the smile that you have or you don't have, or a straight face, what not looking people in the eye, whatever you can think about, it affects the people around you, affects the world around you. So, how as a leader can we improve our attitude to be better, to be more of a positive influence on the people around us? Be positive. When I'm doing these YouTube videos, I'm nervous, but I try to have a smile on my face and I try to think positively about what I'm doing. I go through it. I've got a whiteboard that I've got positioned right so I can see it. So I'm setting myself up for success. I'm preparing myself to be the best way I can be to reduce my not negativity, nervousness, so that I can do the best presentation. If I'm at work and I'm doing a presentation and my projector doesn't work, but I have a good plan B, that's going to reduce my negativity because I know, okay, plan A didn't work, but plan B can kick in and I get the presentation done and there we go. And the presentation is done for whatever, if I'm selling something or doing a project or we've completed a project and it's just a wrap up, conclusion, presentation, whatever the case may be. But if I'm smiling, looking people in the eye, greeting people, that's going to have a positive impact and a positive influence on the people around me. If I'm having a frown on my face or yelling at my people or my boss, that's going to negatively affect their attitude. Reduce the negativity in your life. If there's someone who's constantly picking at you, yeah, we want to mentor everyone and we want to bring everybody up, but sometimes you don't need to spend as much time with that person. Maybe yesterday you spent a lot of time with that person and you feel yourself down and you feel yourself agitated. Maybe it's because you spent a lot of time with a negative person. There are negative people in the world. It's just who they are. I hope, and I'm sure you hope, that being a positive influence in their life will help change that. And maybe they don't want to change, and maybe they do want to change, but we still want to be a positive influence on their life and not be negative to them. So maybe today you don't spend as much time with them. Maybe you say hi and greet them in a polite way, but you spend a little bit more time either with positive people or by yourself on the project or whatever you're working on. If you're a morning person, I know through experience, I'm not a morning person. There are some people who are very, very excited about the morning and then they're not so excited about the night. It can be a little annoying. So we got to make sure that we balance our positivity or our attitude with what's going on around us. If I have been awake for 4 hours because I wake up at 4:30 in the morning and someone's just coming into work and they've just woken up, well, my attitude for me isn't being a morning person anymore because I've been up for a long time and maybe I'm a little bit more cheerful than I need to be for them at that time. Be curious. Ask what your people are doing. Ask what your boss is doing. Hey, what are you doing? How can I learn more? What can I help with? And we need to be careful not to point stuff out that people are doing wrong and saying, hey, what are you doing? You're doing it wrong, because we need to be positive. But if we're not asking the questions in the right way, that could bring down the person who we're trying to either help, mentor, learn from, what you can think of. But let's be curious. Let's keep learning. Let's keep discovering about our coworkers. Let's keep discovering about our neighbors. Hey, how was your weekend? Oh, you went hiking this weekend? That's cool. Where'd you go? Oh, okay, you went up into the San Gabriel Mountains. Awesome. I've never been there. Something like that. Be curious. But if you're faking it all the time, people can tell. There was a good article about fake it till you make it, and there was some truth about it. And then I read another article that says never fake it all. You've got to find your balance. You've got to find what works for you and works for the people around you. If you fake it all the time, people are going to be able to tell that something's not right. That's not a real person. That's something that's trying to possibly manipulate me, and you're going to lose your ability to influence people. If you lose your ability to influence people, are you being the best effective leader that you can be? Stay curious. If you've been doing something for 50 years, is there still something that you can learn? Possibly. Maybe there's a different way to do it. Maybe there's always been a different way to do it, and it's not that you've been doing it wrong. There's just a different way to do it. I work with people who didn't have computers. It's a different experience for them, and I've got to be patient with them when I'm trying to teach them something with a computer. And most of the time, I'm not the one teaching them. Maybe I'm the one at the start, and I've sent an email asking for help from the IT guy. But don't be too old to learn. Some of the greatest examples of older people that I know are the ones who are still willing to learn, no matter their age, no matter how long they've been doing it. Be observant. Having an attitude of looking around, seeing what you can do to help, seeing how you can mentor people, how you can improve the space around you is important. But being attentive to those little things is important as long with that. If you aren't paying attention to the little things, are you paying attention to the big things? If you're paying attention to the big things, pay attention to the little things as well. Maybe somebody walks in the room and their smile's a little bit off. Well, maybe they had a flat tire and it's just one of those mornings. Whatever is going on, pay attention. Look around you. Listen to how their tone of voice is. There's lots of things that go on in people's lives just at the drop of a hat. Are you being there for them? Are you trying to come alongside them and let them know that you're there for them and care? Want to be better. If yesterday wasn't such a good day, what's your attitude about it? If you're moping about what happened yesterday, work to improve that. A leader doesn't stay walking backwards. Now, if you're practicing for an event and you're working out, yeah, you want to work out both sides of your body, right? You want to walk backwards and you want to walk forwards because you want balance. All right, but as a leader, when I'm talking about walking backwards or standing still, are you making mistakes? Are you constantly making mistakes and making those bad decisions? If you are, stop doing them. Just stop. If you're in the middle of it, just stop. If you're saying that joke and you're about to complete it, and you stop and you realize that you shouldn't complete this joke because you said a whole bunch of jokes before and they're all just as bad, but now you're in this one and you catch yourself and the people are like, what's the punchline? What's the punchline? Hey, I just thought about it. I can't say this joke because it's inappropriate. Oh, no, you say it. You said all the other ones. But what's your attitude? If your attitude is to be positive, be observant, be curious, and all the other stuff that we are talking about and want to be better, then you're going to stop yourself at that moment. Hey, I can't complete the joke. It's inappropriate. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have started it. You could say, please forgive me if you want or not, depending on how you feel about it. I'd probably say that. But if I want to be better and I catch myself, am I catching myself and stopping, or am I catching myself completing the joke and then moving on? I need to not complete that joke, right? As a leader, as a good leader, we don't say that kind of stuff. We want to be better. We want to improve from yesterday. If yesterday we were a 1 and, I don't know, let's say baseball, we take 1 hit. Well, today we want to take 2 hits. My friend was watching a football game. I like doing sports analogies. I like using a lot of different analogies. But if you've got 15 seconds left in the game and it doesn't matter, well, just try a play. Just try something to get the fundamentals down. If you're welding and you're struggling with something and you've got an hour left of the day, go out and practice. Why not? Try to be better. Keep improving yourself. Don't be too afraid to fail that you stop trying. Okay, let's say you ask out someone, doesn't matter who, and they say no. That can suck. That can suck. Go ask somebody else out. Don't stop. Don't freeze up. Okay? There's lots of different advice about this. You can watch YouTube videos, you can read books, you can read news articles, whatever you want. But are you being too afraid that you stop trying? Before I started doing YouTube videos, I was watching a whole bunch of different stuff, and people were saying, go do YouTube videos, go to YouTube videos. And when I thought about it, I just went and did it. Why? Because they were right. What's the harm in doing it? What's the harm of doing it again or the first time? Keep going. Don't be afraid that you stop trying. If you're trying to start that business and you don't make it for the first 2 months or 2 years, keep going, keep trying, adjust, try, fail fast. Keep doing what you need to do to succeed. You'll get there. Maybe you need to adjust. Maybe that business isn't the one, but don't be so afraid that you stop trying. Care about the people and the things around you. People can tell. People can tell if you're being fake. If you're walking in and say, hey, how's it going? And then they're in the middle of their answer and you say, oh, okay, cool, thanks, and you walk away, they can tell that you don't care. Somebody asked me on the phone, hey, how are you doing? I said, well, I'm kind of struggling. Oh, okay, cool, I gotta go, bye, click. I was like, well, I guess you didn't care. So you asked a question, but you didn't care. People can tell if you can care. I work at a school, I work around kids. We can tell when people care and don't care, because we can tell when we're little kids. It doesn't go away. People can tell if you're being fake. You can fake it for a little bit and you can try. Maybe there's a bully that you're trying to improve your relationship with, or there's a toxic person or whatever's going on, and you're trying to mentor someone who's difficult for whatever reason. Maybe they're young, maybe they're old, maybe they've had a bad experience in life, whatever is going on in their life, and you're trying to mentor them and they are being difficult to work with. You're going to have some patience. But they're going to be able to tell that you care because you keep coming up to them. And if you make a mistake, you say, hey, I'm sorry, I was short with you yesterday. You were telling me a story. Can you complete that story? And if they say no, okay, roll with it and move on to the next opportunity. But care about the people and things. So things, don't destroy your stuff. As a leader, you punching holes in the wall. Well, okay, maybe you're doing construction and that's a good way to release some stress or smash some holes in the wall. But if you're at home and you're dealing with something, okay, nobody's there to see it at the time. Maybe family comes in later. Why is there a hole in the wall? Oh. And yeah, you can lie about it, but don't punch holes in the wall. If you need to talk to someone, if you need to go to therapy, if you need to talk to a pastor or a priest or your neighbor or a family member or a mentor, talk to them. Reduce that anger. Reduce that explosiveness that you have inside of you. Go for a run. Maybe get a punching bag. Go for a swim. Shoot some hoops. Go play some soccer. Whatever you need to do, but take out that aggressive, take out those feelings and whatever's going on in your mind out on something productive so that you can be the best person that you can be. If you're exploding all the time on people, you're going to lose your effectiveness to be able to mentor. And as a leader, we want to mentor people. If you aren't doing well at something, what do you need to do to improve, or are you blaming others? Are you being a victim? Is it always somebody else's fault why you can't start a business, why you can't cook, why you can't walk across the street and ask the girl out, why you can't wear the best suit in the world, why you can't drive the car that you want to drive? You have the opportunity in wherever you are to be the best you can be. Are there going to be outside influences? Yeah. But there are some amazing stories of people overcoming. What are those stories? Look them up. Talk to people. As a mentor, are you going out and mentoring people? Okay, what does that have to do with anything? You're going to meet people if you're going out mentoring people, because people are going to see it and they're going to come and say, hey, you're mentoring people. Maybe you should adjust a little bit. Even if you're not doing loud, people are going to notice. And you're going to learn from other people, even if you're mentoring those people. If I'm mentoring Bob, I'm going to learn stuff from Bob and I'm going to grow. I'm going to be curious. If I'm just having the attitude that everything sucks, well, then I'm going to be blaming others. If I'm being a bad mentor, I'm being a bad mentor. But if I'm trying to improve myself, then when I'm mentoring someone, I'm going to be improving that person. Am I taking the opportunity to buy someone a cup of coffee and making their day better? I can do that. That's a simple thing. Or am I blaming others why I can't buy a cup of coffee? Okay, you get paid minimum wage. Maybe you need to adjust your lifestyle. Maybe you need to bring your lunch in to work and not complain about it. Maybe you need to not have $300 shoes and go, man, I don't have any money in the bank. Maybe you need to adjust the car that you buy. Yeah, it's nice to have a new car, and my car just broke. I can drive it for a while, but I'm going to be looking for a new car, and I've been looking for a new car. I can afford a lot of different cars, but there's things that I want to do besides just have a huge car payment. I want to buy another place. I want to support charity. I want to support other people. It's decisions that we got to make. And as a leader, we've got to be judicious in the decisions that we make. Or I could blame others, but that's not being very leaderly. It's being a bad leader. If you believe you can't do it or are a failure, then it'll be hard to accomplish something. If I believe that I can't do YouTube videos, or if I can't mentor someone, or I can't cook, or I can't play basketball, or I can't play soccer, or I can't be an astronaut, that's going to affect my ability to do something. Okay, so maybe I can't be an astronaut, but maybe I can work at JPL, Jet Propulsion Laboratory, maybe be a scientist, or maybe be a maintenance worker. Or if I believe I can't be a CEO because someone's told me you can't be a CEO, well, why can't I be a CEO? I was talking to a kid and he's going to be really tall, and there's some concern that he won't be able to play a certain sport because he's going to be too tall. And I said, if you want to play it, go make it work. There's lots of people out there who are tall. Okay, so if that's your favorite sport, you have sports players, very famous ones, who are good at multiple sports. Michael Jordan played baseball and basketball. Was really good at basketball, went to baseball, played some golf, but he makes money at basketball. Okay? So yeah, he played baseball and basketball. His sport is basketball, and he's doing pretty well right now. There's other people who their passion is not what they get paid for, but they still do their passion. I love teaching. I love mentoring. I'm really good at maintenance. So I do maintenance. Are there other things that I've tried? Yeah. Okay, that's not my skill set, but I work to improve it. I don't blame other people for not doing it, and I don't believe I can't do it. I try. There are some things I need to be realistic at, okay? I like talking about financial stuff, but I watch a thing on YouTube about it. I don't talk about finance too much in these YouTube videos. I do and I will, but not to the level of some of the videos I watch, because I talk about leadership. I think I have a good skill set to provide in this. There are other things I can do, but I enjoy this. I enjoy other things, but I'm realistic about what my skill set is. Someone, I forget who said this, but they said everyone's got a toolbox. It was the guy on Dirty Jobs. I forget his name. Dave Rowe, I think. His grandpa said everyone's got a toolbox. You got to find out what tools are in it. I thought that was so good. So in this week, as you go forward, what's your attitude? Are you trying to be positive? Are you trying to be a mentor? Are you blaming other people? Or are you trying to improve the world around you and figuring out what your toolbox is to be the best leader you can be? Spencer Ross with One Step Forward. Hope you had a great Halloween and you have a great month of November. Have a good week.